Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. We're on Highway 6, and on the right there, that's the Gold Panner campground. Highway 6, we're going to be heading in towards the Okanagan Valley, and we're going to be going to a place called Cherryville. So this is the highway that comes from Nakusp and goes to Vernon, essentially. Now this road has got just a couple communities on it, but more closer to Vernon than they are the other direction towards the upper Arrow Lakes and Arrow Lakes area. I guess it crosses over at South Arrow Lake at the Needles Ferry, but there's a few communities around there, mainly on the other side of the lake. But this road here is a really nice drive, and it's not usually very busy. I got a couple guys in front of me here, but I think they're probably logging crew. Logging's a big industry in this area, and there's several mills at Cherryville and Lumbee and the Vernon area, and that's Coldstream. I think there's one. But it opens up into the trees here. There's a few more houses. As we get closer to Cherryville, there's a lot more farms and that. I don't know, I imagine the history of the name has got something to do with orchards, cherry orchards probably. This area was mainly settled closer towards Vernon. The Coldstream area was originally one of the big fruit producers, and that would have been probably closer to the turn of the century, 1900, right around there, probably late 1800s. They brought a lot of cattle up through that way as well for feeding the gold miners and that. There's a old ranch and just north of Vernon called O'Keefe Ranch, but we'll be heading that direction eventually here. And this is the beginning of October, so you can see the leaves are changing quite a bit. But this is a really nice drive, and we've just got out of the rain showers, so everything looks pretty clean and crisp. So this is essentially, I would call this Cherryville, even though we're not officially kind of there. It kind of sprawls out quite a ways. There's a few businesses in Cherryville, a couple gas stations and restaurant. We're stopping pretty much right where there's an RV park and golf course, I think. But, I don't know that there's a town center per se. More just a couple of gas stations on the highway or just off the highway. It's more of a community than it is a town, I guess. We're not that far away from Lumbee, and that is just a community just east of Vernon, and that has grocery stores and all that sort of thing there. I don't know if I mentioned, this is the Monashee Mountain range through here, and it essentially separates the Okanagan Valley from the Kootenays and Arrow Lakes area. Such a nice drive through here though this time of year. So this is one of the gas stations and stores in the Cherryville area. It's been a number of years since I've done any kind of poking around on the back roads here. Used to be a really old auto wrecking yard, kind of grown up through the trees, and I found a bunch of really old parts and stuff here. I don't know if it still exists, but you know they're pretty serious about deer when the sign is that big, but like 4 times the size of a normal sign on the side of the road. There's white-tailed deer and mule deer in this area. In the fall, you'll see them just running all over the place on the fields. So coming up here on the right, that's the RV campground and golf course, I believe. There might be a gas station there as well. It's pretty much almost the end of Cherryville here. There's a few more houses, and then it's just a few farms, and then we'll be in getting towards Lumbee, which will be probably the next video. We'll carry on that direction. But if you like this kind of thing, think about subscribing. Other than that, give it a like if you like it. Always appreciate that. Other than that, I'll catch you on the next one, and we'll carry on.